Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the latest edition of Duality Podcast. I be Mr. Business.
It's your boy, Mr. Social.
And we here again each and every Sunday, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., only on BKS1 Radio.
Duality.
This is what we do. What's good with you, bro?
I'm good, man. You know what? I ain't going to say that this week. I mean, I am good, but I'm a little pissed off about a couple things.
All right, let's get into it.
We're getting right into it today.
Yeah, ain't nobody fucking around. Let's get into it.
Now, you know we start the show off with some things that's currently in the news. I mean, it's so much all the time. But one of the things I want to go to, with all the focus and emphasis being put on equality and justice overall over, every category, race, gender, age. You would think this type of stuff wouldn't keep coming out, but I had a news report. I believe it was in Arkansas. 5-year-old kid in kindergarten. You know, a lot of kindergarten preschools, they have a bathroom like kind of in the classroom.
Right.
The kid goes to use the bathroom, clogs up the toilet, and this white teacher makes this young black king, 5 years old, dig in the toilet and pull out his feces to unclog the toilet.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
His hands.
With his hands, bro.
Okay, so this is what we doing now.
So these are the type of situations, if that mother whooped her ass, she'll go to jail, but you should get a pass on that. Like, yo, just, we don't need no apology or nothing. Let me see her. Lock us in that same bathroom for a few minutes.
No doubt.
She made my son dig his hand in shit.
And this...
I'm burnt up about that, bro. Oh, my God.
Wait, was this recorded or something?
No, the kid came home, told his mother.
Oh, okay.
And they, the lady says she can't give a reason why, but she apologized.
She apologized. That's it.
That's it. So this is what we have to deal with. I personally didn't become one, but I'm begging. I'm begging right now. Begging. All you intelligent young brothers looking for a career, we definitely need some more black male teachers. This is part of the way they able to really program us as a people, starting with our kids way down low at a young age and making them feel inferior to white people. Straight up. It's incredible, man. I just can't believe it.
Cancel culture. We are at a point now where everything is going backwards. You notice that?
What you mean by that?
As a race, as a people, we fought so hard to go forward. But you know, it seems like in the last 4 to 5 years, they trying their best to keep us there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In a sense where, they always say progress comes with a price. But I think we paying too much of a price now.
Right.
To where the point where the youth, you know what I mean? What adults do is what adults do. But when you take it out on the youth, like you said, you're teaching them.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You teaching them. So I'm like, my problem with that whole situation is there's never no repercussions or fair disciplinary situation for them.
Excuse me.
Historically. You know what I mean?
Listen, I just looked something up. There is only 2% of the teachers in this country are black men. And even though all studies show that black children will learn better – from people that look like them.
Right.
let's say that again. 2%. You think that's on purpose? You think it's just not enough black guys qualify, black men qualify, or going into that field? Why is it so low?
I think it's both.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think it's both. I think, yes, they don't really want to see a bunch of black males in that field because what they're willing to teach goes against their curriculum, really. Remember, their curriculum has nothing to do with black culture. Never did.
Mm.
So because of that, you're a black man teaching white history. For a lot of black men, it don't sit well with them.
True, I never even thought of that perspective.
Yeah, it don't sit well with them.
Like, I ain't doing
right.
this and teaching this bullshit.
You want me to teach the same lie that was taught to me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to be cool with that because it's a check. Nah, I think that's why a lot of black men don't really get into it that way. Not unless it's like a charter school or something like that. But he's dealing with public school, nah, I don't think they're really going to get into that field.
Right. Public school is what's important because we know we can't afford private schools
right.
and all that stuff. We need them in public schools.
Right. So because of that, that's why I think the number makes sense, the 2%. You know what I mean? Because they're looking like they might dabble in it, you know what I mean? But I don't see them staying 20, 30 years, you know. Like you got the guy, the principal in Newark. You see the way he made West Side what it was, you know what I mean? How he changed the culture. He helped the youth. He helped all of those, you know what I mean?
True.
And I would be more inclined to would think that let's use him as an example of, okay, maybe we can get into this. Because we seen what he did. But is he a one-off?
Well, you know, their mentality is they watching too. The enemy always watching, so they see that work. They gonna do everything they can to keep discouraging more of those to
I
come
can see
up.
that too, right.
Ah, man, I gotta look that up. I can't remember the brother name. I think it's Akbar. I was about to say, what's that? Principal Cook. Akbar Cook out at West Side. Great job out there.
And remember, he was on all these Ellens and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was doing all this. And I was like, okay, is he a one-off? You know what I mean? Is he, you know what I mean? Or is he setting the bar?
Mm-hmm.
He's setting the stage for, you know, these new graduates of school and that went into education, and he's setting the tone for them. You know what I mean?
So it's crazy because, you know, like you need these people in place. Look at the trickle-down effect already. I went to college with a dude who's the head football coach there at Westside, Marion Bell, Coach Bell.
Okay.
We went to Ramapo. Shout out to Road Runners. Y'all know where we is. But, you know, he got that in place. I'm quite sure it was because it's a nice a black guy. He knew he wanted to bring somebody that went to Westside, came back, blah, blah, blah. And a perfect example of that is I'm using football examples, but the Tampa Bay Bucks just won the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, the head coach is the top position, but the coordinators are the next top positions, right?
Right.
So he got a black defensive coordinator. Shout out to Todd Bowles, straight out of Elizabeth.
Eastwick. That's right. Byron
Leftwich.
Right.
Offensive coordinator, and I don't remember the special teams coordinator name. And he got 2 black female full-time coaches.
True.
Very, very. Now, that's equality. That's looking like variety, multicultural, whatever you want to call it. Then you got a guy. I got a hat on right now. This has been my team since I'm a little boy. And I ain't going to lie. It didn't dawn on me till Shannon Sharp brought it up on his show the other day. Mike Tomlin been at Pittsburgh for 14 years and never had a black coordinator. I said, God damn, Mike, you fucking me up. I'm going to brag about you and keep all it. And the reason I'm bringing all of that up, we get so caught up in. I be having a big argument with one of my boys. You know who you is. I ain't going to say your name right now. So I always be like, if I get in power, damn right, I'm doing the same thing. All my people come. Okay, now I can just see if you just can't do the job, you suck. Like, I ain't going to even try to put you in that position. Mm-hmm. But anything close, tie go to my people. Oh, no, you shouldn't do that, because how we ever going to get things right if everybody just keep doing what the other one do? I said, man, fuck that. We so far behind, like, it shouldn't even count. They need to leave us alone for hundreds of years to try to catch up.
And not for nothing.
Some of these guys think like that. That's crazy.
Here's where, like, the Mike Tomlin situation. He was hired as a head coach. Stop right there.
Right.
Stop right there. That's all you. That's your job. Now, anything past that position, that's on us. It's kind of like, remember Bill Parcells? He said this. I think when he's with the Giants. You know, if you want me to build a team, you know, let me do the shopping.
Right. He said, if you want me to cook, let me do the grocery shopping.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin ain't no, that ain't happening.
But look at the irony. The Rooney's own Steelers, the so-called minority rule in football to make sure all head coaches get an even chance, which is still bullshit. It's called the Rooney rule. Mm-hmm. They hire a black guy, and he's scared to death to hire anybody else. I believe that's what it is. Oh, no, I ain't going to mess my thing up. They might say I'm bringing too many of us in.
Well, for me, first of all, the Rooney rule means that we have to interview.
That's it.
That's it.
That's how much
that's the quota.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna interview 2 of y'all. You know what I mean? And we're gonna hit the max bet, and then after that, that's it. We did that part. But with Bruce Arians, people don't realize this. With him, he wasn't gonna take the Tampa job unless Byron came.
Wow.
They were talking about that during the Super Bowl. That was the condition. Mm-hmm. He already knew Todd was coming. You know, come on, man. That's fam. Him and Todd, that's fam.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he knew he was already on. But he was like, nope, you want me to take this job? You have to. I need him.
Yo, shout out Bruce Arians. How they say it now? He invited to the cookout.
Yeah. And look,
but that's crazy. His coaching staff, all blacks and women?
And remember his Super Bowl speech, he said, listen, I'm the head coach, but I didn't do nothing. He said it in the speech when they was passing the trophy around. I don't get credit for this. I didn't do nothing. The offense coordinator, they won this game. This their team.
Look, I know all of us as armchair psychologists. That dude been around black people. He's somebody black in his family or something because he's so comfortable. Like, you know, a lot of
can't go on and everything.
What? You know what I mean? Tilted to the side. You know,
he's different.
You could just tell that he's really comfortable with African Americans and obviously, you know, like you said, some people just real and they see the injustice and like, hey, I'm gonna do what I can to balance things out.
Just to throw it in there, you know what I mean? Put me in mind of Larry Bird, you know what I mean?
Larry Bird?
Yeah, put me in mind of Larry Bird.
Why would you bring Larry Bird up in this?
Because, bro, he did everything around us. He did everything around us.
Come on, man.
Bro, you better watch the documentary. He did everything. He said, I ain't playing with no white boys for what? It's a waste of my time. I want to play where they play at.
I say that.
So that's what I'm saying. So his work ethic came from us, too. He's like, nah, I need to get in the trenches. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, everybody don't get Larry Legend his due. You know what I mean? But all right.
Hey, listen, we're going to shout out all our people. What's up, Duality in the chat room? Got Flora Cruz in here every Sunday. Peace, Cruz.
Better.
Cousin Kev. Barry B. Out Loud. What it do, man?
Broham.
Bonnie, what's up, fam? Down in Texas, right?
Yeah, Colleen.
All right. We got Texas and
Yeah, you see now, about 5-6 more of them chicks done came out on old boy.
Oh, boy. Don't get me started on that.
Bruh, I mean, they coming out of the graveyard now for him.
I'm trying to understand. The oldest one so far that I heard, I probably missed the day when all the newest ones came out, was 11 years ago.
Right.
I don't want to be insensitive and all those things, but I'm trying to find out why after 11 years now, and then all those that follow suit. And, you know, I hear the saying, you know, a lot of times, well, once one person comes out, it kind of gives the courage to the other people because it's already out there, blah, blah, blah.
I ain't buying that because she recruited. She recruited. I need all y'all to come out. She recruited. And the last one that was 11 years, I think she was the one that said it wasn't about sex. He didn't ask me for sex. He just liked the power.
Why is that?
She even said it had nothing to do with sex.
So automatically, if we on the job, if my position ranks higher than yours, I can't never talk to you. If you know what I'm saying, it's always going to be I'm using my leverage, my power. You know what I'm saying, to do something.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't quite get that. I can't because what I'm saying is like when is it that just the lady could straighten the guy? You know, it was a time that, hey, I don't like that. I feel uncomfortable. Oh, my bad. You know, I mean, here this guy, he's a single man. He like trying to holler. I mean,
you know what?
You know what? They fucked it up so bad. These old white men that been in power and abused everything for so long that everything is super duper sensitive in that area.
Okay, there's two things to that. One, when you said I'm not trying to be insensitive, to me, that's the first problem. I ain't claiming that no more. Take it how you take it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of saying, why we always going to have a disclaimer?
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Fuck that. Take it how you take it. You know what I mean? If you get in your feelings, fuck it. You get in your feelings. But I ain't about to stop saying certain shit. Two, I can't blame it all on white men. You know what I mean? In a sense where white women did it way worse than white men. Man. You know what I'm saying? They did it way worse. Like, you know, they benefited, you know what I mean, off of this. Like, this is what they know.
Right.
Historically, this is what they know. They know how when things ain't going their way, let me cry a river. Let me get enough people behind me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And let me start this whole situation. So, like, it's this here is, to me, it's nothing new. It's just pretty much, for me, making me realize no matter how much you think things have changed, it still hasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still hasn't. Only difference is they blaming each other now.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was always blaming us. You know, Tyrone did this on somebody. You know what I mean?
Why his name
has
to
be
Tyrone?
Tyrone. It's always got to be Tyrone. You know what I mean? You know why? Because they ain't going to say Malcolm or, you know, it ain't going to be no, you know what I'm saying? So certain things.
Windsworth.
Right. You know.
Wellington.
You know, Jesse over there. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
Wellington married at that.
Right. So they created the blueprint.
Thurston House.
Yeah, they created the blueprint of, you know, crying justice, you know, when it don't work out for them. They created this blueprint.
I feel like, straight up with this type of stuff, and you know, automatically the cancel culture is running rampant. And it's also been proven plenty of times. You see all the videos with the cameras. A lot of these people could be just straight up lying. Or, you know what I'm saying, take things and exaggerate it to benefit them. And, man, to me, it has pushed black men, again, way to the bottom of even the minority scale. You know, you got women, Latinos, the LGBTQ, all of them is minority groups, right? Any one of them say such and such happened, is protests, is this, is that, fire him, cancel, da-da-da. Black man can get shot on video, and it's hey, wait, we're going to wait till all the facts are in, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but
like, you know what I'm saying?
I guess for me, though.
What the hell? They can't weaponize this. That's what make it less effective when it's really going down.
It's weird to me how when they do it with the black people, it's never a hate crime. Never. Now, you kill one of them peoples, it's a hate crime. Killing a black man is never a hate crime. Never. Come on.
Well, I guess they hated us for so long. It's normal now, so it ain't a crime no more. It's just the way it is.
And real quick, George Floyd family got what, 27 mil?
27.
20 civil. You know what I mean?
27 M's.
Granted, it's blood money to me. I call that blood money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I just hope that the family do right by the children.
No doubt.
By his kids. He had 5. Do right by them. You know what I mean?
Well, one of the things I want to do now is bring in our special guest this week, because I know she might got a lot of things to say about this. We're going to get into some of her own stuff, but I definitely want to hear her opinion. She's a super opinionated woman, hardworking woman.
We're going to get into it.
She DJs. I don't know if you guys saw the promo. She has her own podcast. She's also an actress.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And an activist, a fighter for arts and things like that. Mm-hmm. Very busy woman and very opinionated. Y'all got to catch her live. But Duality, y'all help us bring on, I guess, Sienna Robinson, a.k.a. Sienna Chanel.
How's it going?
I used to say Sienna Channel. You know that?
I know. I don't know why. I don't know why people do that. One, like the name Sienna, you should be familiar now because of Toyota. There's a minivan, Sienna.
Right.
So people,
you know what? I didn't think about it like that.
I mean, I was here before the minivan, but you know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then, channels with 2 N's. So I don't know how that ever happens for people.
Look,
it's something that happens all the time.
And
for real.
got like everybody out there. I tell that's wrong. Just skim stuff when it's on Facebook. You don't be looking all the time. I hate when they do that too. I put a picture of my brother up the other day. Remember, everybody, happy birthday. Yo, his birthday in May. Y'all ain't even reading it. I'm just saying what's up, big bro.
They really don't. They don't. It's okay.
But welcome.
Thank
How you doing?
I'm good.
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, we've been running into each other here and there for the last couple years on social media. I remember she got jokes too.
Ladies
at
work, DJing, ladies at work, a lot of stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We've been trying to bring you in with us for a while, man. I'm glad we trapped you down here.
No, I'm grateful. BKS1 is home for me, actually. I used to be on Al. I used to sit on that side years ago. So shouts out to Storm and Norman. Shouts out to all the ladies of Al and all of that. So,
that's what's up.
Yeah, I did.
So this is like a comeback thing.
Yeah, this was some years ago. I was here. Yep.
Good.
Man, listen, she done bypassed this.
No, not like that. I actually,
nah. Claim it. Nah,
I actually learned how to DJ. I learned how to DJ with a gentleman from here some years ago. Like that's how I really first got introduced to it. Yep. So feels good to be home. Let's say that.
That's awesome.
All right, that's what's up. You like DJing?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a career for me now. So, yeah, I love DJing. I love music in general, so that's it. It's just an idea of being able to, influence and control a crowd and people's emotion that I love the most about it, yeah.
Any production work?
Well, I sing, I write a bit too, so I don't do like beat making in that respect, but I'm
I didn't know
involved.
That.
Yeah,
another talent I didn't even know you
I
had.
have lots of talent.
I seen that, and I acknowledge that. I received that, but singing, you've been keeping on the low.
Nah, if you check out my Facebook and Instagram, I posted it. It's on SoundCloud. Go check me out, guys. Just go to DJ Sienna Chanel on SoundCloud.
Myself look bad right there.
No, it's okay. It's just I don't promote and push it like that because that's not. It's not my goal to be a singer.
There you go.
No,
because I didn't see that as much. I'm not gonna say I'll go to her page and check her out all the time and every little thing. But I seen a lot of the other stuff. I just didn't see that in particular.
Yeah, it's not what I'm like looking to do for my life. It's just something I enjoy. If I feel so moved, if I hear something that I love and I have words that go with it, then I kind of work through it. So,
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. So what you into now?
All of those same things. I'm still DJing. I'm still acting. I still model. I still doing activism work. I do a bit of designing now with logos and apparel and things of that nature.
So we're going to break this down a little.
Sure.
Okay. Modeling, where you at with that in
right
your
now?
career right now? Yeah.
So it's always working. I mean, I don't know how to really explain that. I'm not picked up by like an agent or anything like that. I don't have an agency, but I'm always working. I'm always for hire. I just did an ad for someone's company a little while ago. I posted it. I don't know how to explain that.
No,
part.
I mean in a sense where do you choose? Are you very selective in your modeling? Like do you model with? There's an agenda. Okay, I can model for this company.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what I mean? It's basically like the work that I've always done has been makeup and hair, and then
Okay.
some, like, again, specific lines. So yeah, it's all. And if somebody approaches me and I take a look, if I'm into it, then
Right.
why not? Right.
Okay.
So how about acting?
Yeah.
What are you on? I think I know, but I'd rather you tell them. What are you? Have any current projects out right now?
Well, I work with Chanel Red a lot. We did a short film just recently, and we're in the process of working on another one called The Flip Side, and it's basically this concept of if, women did what men do type of vibe. So that's in the works right now.
Is that
But,
going to be on Hall Mill Network?
I don't know. I have no idea where they're gonna put it. I just, again, with acting,
heard
it's just, I just started that. That's probably like the thing I've been doing like the most recent and the least of my experiences in acting. So it's fun. It's something new. I like being creative, and I want to, just expand and grow in terms of my creativity and my range. So yeah, it's just,
You are
it's
a
fun.
creative. You are a
Yeah.
creative. I say that. Look, you're a character. Some people say that that's no slight,
No,
no
I don't
shade or
feel that
nothing.
way.
But that's what jumped off to me.
Yeah.
When I first came across. I'm like, yo, we got to get. I think she'll be a host for ladies at work. Da-da-da. I've been trying to do all. I like, yo, you don't see she got a presence. She's just a character. She's just a character. I kept saying that to him. So
Absolutely.
No,
That's
character
good.
is a good word. I think that we're all, characters, just expressing,
absolutely,
God's essence. That's all. It's just we're all different characters in here right now.
no doubt.
Now, your activist work, how did you get into that?
Well, it's just a need for activism, so that's how. There's no road that takes you to doing what you think is right or speaking out on what is harmful to any community. It's just a part of me. So, there's no, I don't know how to answer that question. I kind of just felt the need that, Black people and Black women specifically need, a specific type of voice, and I just felt like I should feel that.
Is that part of your movement? No peace, no pussy.
Absolutely.
Can
Can
you explain that?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but I will. Sure. It basically means if there's no peace, then there should not be the reward of you entering yourself into my body because you don't belong there if you're not doing proper things. So no peace, no pussy.
So
That's
before
really-
Cardi B said broke niggas don't deserve no pussy, you was already saying something to that effect.
many years ago,
Ooh,
correct.
do it, Sienna. They following you. Nah, I think it also the term itself, or this is one of the times when I first started the movie Detroit. Chirac. I'm sorry. And that's kind of, I remember you springboarding like, you know what?
Yeah.
That was so on point.
To me, Spike Lee, as usual, just gave another answer. He always gives us, I think, the answers for the culture a lot of time, and we don't pay attention. So when I saw this movie, that was a conversation I've had a lot anyway. It's like a lot of us didn't watch the movie, it wasn't received well by our community. So, and that's for a number of reasons. But I saw it. I loved it. I thought it was the exact answers that we need for our community and for our people. And, it's like you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, he made it like that's what they say. And I felt like it should be a movement more so than just a line that we say from time to time.
And I tell you, that'll get a lot of jokers right.
What's that?
Boy, if they get cut off, you go out there and bust your gun, you ain't gonna bust your gun.
Exactly. I mean, that's the bottom line in all of this.
I get it, bro. $40 always work though. Boy, that $40.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's the thing. That's the thing about it.
You gotta get them all to buy in, right?
Even in the movie, right? There were women. There was a woman, and she's looked at as the whore in the movie that still participated in sexual activities, even though there was a complete movement across the world that this is not what we're going to do because we want change. So I think that, if a woman and a man decide that they can't have a certain level of self-respect and also self-discipline, then they have to do what they have to do. And, you just won't be a part of that number, and that's how life goes. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
saying,
okay.
Man, let them people get their 40 on, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Vegas made a whole living off this right here.
Nah,
but,
now you're talking about sex work, though, which is a whole nother conversation, which is something that is also should be looked at in a respectful manner. I think
I agree with that.
It's work in a place like Las Vegas specifically. There's criteria to be a sex worker. It's not just we pick you up on the side of the street or something of that nature. So there's a level of respect. There's a level of again, like I said, criteria that has to be maintained in order to participate. So, again, this all goes into, like, your personal, self-determination in terms of, what it is that you find to be most important. And I would never knock any person for doing whatever it is that they have to do or they feel that they can be good at or accomplish that. I just can't. I won't knock nobody hustle.
Oh, no, absolutely.
You got the what was the lady comedian got the whole bit about that? Like, you did more than one person a day. You multitask. But that's really true.
Yeah.
That it is some skills you gotta have. But what gets me, again, this government so crazy, or the powers that be. First of all, it's true. It's the oldest profession in the world, right?
I'm sure.
This been going on since forever. Even if they bartered something, if they're, but women became objectified and like property of men.
Yeah.
I think that's what, sometimes we have a problem and we do overkill. It's kind of what we were speaking on earlier to me, in my opinion only, that, now it's overkill with everybody. There is no way. I want to hear your point. Okay. I'm your boss. We at work.
Yes.
And I really say, yo, you look nice today, right? And no, I ain't even going to keep it that calm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to holler.
Right.
What happened to the day where you could just straighten me? It ain't got to go like the HR. And
Well,
now, I can see if after I turned him down, he started acting funny towards me. I started getting shit assignments.
Right, that's a difference. That's
but
the
just the
difference.
point of hollering it's an issue now.
Well, yes. I think that it is. We talked about that briefly on the outside before I came in here. And normally before things go to HR, there's a conversation that's already been had. Like there's normally like a chain of command, chain of events, how things work. So if I, as the, person that is underneath you, quote unquote, has already expressed that I'm not interested and it persists, then there's levels that have to happen. And normally, see, here's the thing about, again, I feel like most black men specifically, they understand these type of scenarios more when you speak about it in the terms of being black and white. Just like, men and women is a oppressive situation at times, just like black and white can be. So if I've, for generations upon generations, millennia now, there's been scenarios where women have constantly had to, protect themselves and or deal with advances from men, unwanted advances, so they can get a position, keep a position, be, maybe even get in a room at some point. It's just a changing of the guards that's happening, and people are just tired. Women are tired of having to be looked at as a piece of meat while you're supposed to be there to do business. We just don't want to deal with it anymore. So now
all the time,
to the place where we have to, speak up and just say like, nah, this is not cool in this space. We're not going to do this at work.
All the time when you're conducting business, it's never a time to...
I agree.
I'm asking you that.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm agreeing with what you're saying all the time. When we're in business, it's never a time for that. No.
I mean...
Right. When we're conducting business, no, not at all. That's just a time for a
little
bit
you at work, I guess.
A little bit of self.
But let's keep it real. If I wait till
respect.
after work, is it really going to be that big of a difference? You're going to still say my boss tried to holler at me?
I mean, it's just a
We ain't on company time.
I understand. It's just a different atmosphere, maybe. It's still can be taken out of turn. It still can be looked at as inappropriate depending on how it's approached and so on and so forth. So I just a word to the wise. If you're a boss, a superior, just, try to find another boss and another superior
I don't
to deal
do it
with.
'cause
I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying for the masses.
No, yeah. I'm saying that because like another thing you said, unwanted advances.
Right.
If I don't never make the advance, how I know it's unwanted?
I think there's things called body language and these type of things that we give off to each other that are very kind of noticeable when someone is interested or they're not. And normally, men tend to be a bit persistent, and I understand why, because women have, over the years have succumbed to advances, even when they're unwanted, even when you don't really want to be a part of any kind of experience, a sexual experience, a person groping you or grabbing you, a person, coming too close into your space. As women, we feel like a lot of times that we don't have a choice in those scenarios because of maybe a position that a person has, or not to be assaulted or harmed in some way. Because, I've definitely been very clear with men, over the years and saying that I'm not interested, never gave any of those, ideas off to them at all, and had bottles thrown at me, been cursed out. I mean, really? I've been harassed. I think most women have those type of experiences, and that's the part that we just want to stop. It's just the fact of like, let me let you know that I'm interested.
Can I say this one thing?
There.
Maybe, you know what, it was hard, and I ain't like bragging on myself in that way. I never would do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
awesome.
I can't think of.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of like, damn, why it's so bad? Now, I am a flirtatious ass dude.
Yeah.
So, I never been the boss nowhere either. Maybe that's a big issue. But I always like, I've been shut down hard sometimes. It's a running joke with the guys I grew up with. They say, damn, Jill take rejection well. Like, we'll go to the party. They always push me first. Go, we'll get it started. So I go, I'm out there, what's up? And you listen. Yeah. And she be like, nah, I don't want to dance. Ew. I'm like, all right, you're lost, baby. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, he'll value
it just,
well, this is this is another thing that we have to consider in terms of just, men and women. You all, again, it's like a numbers game almost. It's like, you just go and see, out of the 10 that you approach, maybe 1 or 2 might be down. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's that. So, and you all are used to, I don't want to say it in that way, in a disrespectful way, but because of that, because of this numbers games, you're more, I guess, okay with rejection.
Absolutely.
You understand? So
I get what you're saying.
There's that. And then some just egotistically can't handle rejection. And, that's when all the slurs come and, the abusive and harassive behaviors. So, and I think, again, I always speak about this because most women have had this experience. And from a very young age, I've been catcalled and harassed since I was probably about 11 years old. So, you know what I mean? I think, again, most women, my sister is here, I know that that's something that's a day-to-day occurrence for us. Wow. And it just becomes overwhelming, and you don't want to have to deal with that in every aspect of your life, at work, on the street, in the store, when you're out, when you're driving in your car. I mean, it becomes extremely overwhelming. And then to a point where for many years that we almost were looked at as some sort of like tease, or looked at as you were, like a bad woman if you don't want advances from men all the time. It's like, you have to be mindful of how you say things back to men when they don't want to talk to you. You can't be too aggressive because then they could get upset. Like, all of this is the same way. Like, I try to get black men to understand, when you deal with white people and white men, you have to change and adjust things about yourself in order to make them feel comfortable. We've done that for many, many years as black folk, have we not?
Yes.
So in that respect, you can understand that eventually you get to say, enough, I just want to be myself. I want to talk how I talk. I want to walk how I walk. I want to live how I live. I want this job because I deserve it. I don't want it because I had to, suck and fuck to get there. I just want, I want it because on my own recognizance. Like, as a woman, we feel the same way. Like, I'm a person regardless, and I just want to be respected. I don't want to be looked at all the time because I have breasts or a butt. Like, so what? We all do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, it's just not that big of a deal. And I think that's what is coming in now, that women just want to be like, yo, I'm great at a job. I'm smart. I'm talented. And I should be here regardless of the fact of whether you personally as a man can't hold on to your personal, like, self-respect. That has nothing to do with me.
Do you feel as though women should be more aggressive in the workforce?
No, I think that that's something that we've had to do for quite some time, is to, like, this energy that men have a problem with women being aggressive or being more masculine than what, you know, they would prefer us to be, is because of how, you know, society is. In the workforce, you have to kind of present masculine. There's a firm handshake that has to happen, even for a woman. We have to look in each other's eyes. We got to stand up straight. We got to speak directly. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that women are not accustomed to that, but how we deal is naturally is going to be more with compassion, more with understanding, more with an embrace, all of those things. That's how we naturally come off. I know you know that from your moms, from your aunts, from your sisters. However, because of the world in which we live in, which is a hyper masculine world, we're already very aggressive. I think that's been a lot of the conversation about black women, particularly, that we come off as aggressive and we're mean and we're all of these things. But again, when
head shaking,
right? But think about it, when you have to present in a world all the time that is run by the masculine energy, a hyper masculinity, dare I say, a toxic masculinity, then, you know, we have to work in that, and sometimes it takes over our energy, where there should be a balance, not a more masculine or a more feminine. It's just, we should be able to be, you know, who we are innately and still be respected in a space. Not that we're now too emotional or we're too, you know, passive or whatever. You know, this is interesting, because on one side, men want you to be very feminine and demure and like, oh, welcoming and all of that, but the world doesn't respect that at the same time. So we kind of got to put that on the back burner if we want to do things in the world besides be a homemaker or a mother, or you know what I mean? And as a person, I think we all have the right to go after our goals and our dreams, regardless of being a girl.
I agree with that.
So a little bit devil advocate.
Sure.
Based on what you were saying and kind of going along with this theme, I know I've had it done. And, you know, women, you know, how we say, bat their eyelashes. Oh, can you pick this up for me? When you're at work, they real sexy kitten then. Or they could always come to you, hey, hun, we're going to have a meeting at 3 o'clock, or whatever the case may be. Is that even cool enough? Or, you know, I'm asking you personally, but so you can't answer for everybody, right?
Of
but
course.
I'm saying if a man, like, and just real, like, you could tell he ain't all the way, like, trying to holler at you, but he say something like, hey, hun, or good morning, darling, you looking nice today. It seemed like even that has got men, I'm telling you from a man point, with all of this coming out, all of that is off limits now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
don't you think that's a little weird that we can't even interact as people and enjoy, like you said, being a man, me wanting to hunt? That don't sound right, right?
Exactly.
But I'm saying we do have roles that we've had. And I think being the pursuer of a relationship with the opposite sex. I ain't going to say hunt.
No, I get
right?
that.
But, you know, I'm saying that's kind of our man thing. And not coming off raunchy or bad, but, like, that's no more.
Well, I wouldn't say it's no more. I just think that, again, like I said before, it's a changing of the guards. Like, at one point, I'm certain that white people had to get accustomed to no longer saying nigger, to just regularly are treating people in a disrespectful way because you're black, right? Like, they had to, there was a time where people that were used to that type of conversation had to figure out how to no longer say it in the presence of whatever. They may say it at home or what have you, but they don't say it out. You know, that's why we always get to see these racists that are coming out of the woodworks we didn't know or whatever it is. But, pardon me. But, you know, for women, I think that, and even like you guys mentioned, the LGBTQ community, all of these different, you know, demographics, It's just, yeah, we have to learn how to be different. We have to change and expand. Like that's the way of the world. Like if we look at the dictionary, it wasn't every word that we have right now was in the dictionary 100 years ago. It's always growing and expanding because things are changing. So I know that it's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? For us to now have to think about words, and when I'm in Zoom meetings or whatever, and we have to talk about, they ask us our pronouns now, right? What are your pronouns? And that's like a thing, And I myself, as a woman, whatever, she, her, I had to get accustomed to that because it's a difference and it's change, and that has to be okay. Now, it does, you could not be okay with it, and we see these people in the woodworks that are not okay with the way in which the world is going, and that's how they get, outed. Like, oh, they dropped the N-bomb here, or they did this over there, or they did that. We see these things happening because they're still not okay with moving forward, and that's just expansion of life. We just kind of got to grow a little bit.
I think I could compare it a little bit. Like, I coach youth sports, and I always tell them, like, I'm going to go overboard at first. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As we learn each other, the season go on, I'll pull back some restrictions.
Exactly.
So I see what you're saying. Now we work together, whatever. It's totally all. After a while, maybe we've had conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we've had, and now we know each other personally where we could jab each other a little more, whatever the case may be. I get what you're saying.
You're making me think of my very first freshman year of college at South Carolina State University. Go Bulldogs! I myself and another young lady. They called me Cece. They call her Lily. We were walking, and it was like 4 or 5 football player guys. Like that was the thing. We the freshmen get there early. So then, like, the only people that are there with you are the athletes, you know what I mean? So the football players, were looking at the freshmen. And they followed us. This is the time that I got, like, glass beer bottles thrown at me, at my feet, me and the other young lady. And from that moment up until several months later, one of the main guys who was probably, Chris was 6'5", 6'6", like lineman, big, huge guy, right? I was every kind of bitch, whore, slut, everything. Anytime I walked past him, I never did anything, never talked to this man like that ever, but that's what he did to me for many, many months. Eventually, he started dating a girl that was in my dorm, and her name is Cassandra. God rest her soul, she's passed away now, but he started dating her. And from him sitting on the front stoop waiting for her, you know what I mean? We eventually had a conversation, and I told him, like, that was crazy that you did that to me, and I just, this is my homegirl, and I really want to make sure you're respecting her, And we had conversation, and then from there we became friends. We became cool, but initially, you know what I'm saying? It was totally wrong. Like everything about it was incorrect. Everything about it was horrible. Everything, So he went the opposite way of what you're saying. Like he went all the way to the craziness, and then eventually, we came back and was like, okay, we can be cool now. So that's, we don't want that. I would rather you be super PC. Like that to me is the best way to do it always. Like when you work with children, you guys talked about students. When you work with children, the most important thing you could do is be as PC as possible all the time. Like no, you stand over there, ain't no hugs, ain't no whatever. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. And then as you grow and you know the student or you know the athlete and you continue to move forward with them throughout the years, now it's like, oh, you come here, whatever. It's different. So, I just think a lot of times men are in those situations, we don't look at it that way right away. Like we need to be as respectful as possible first. Yeah.
Well, I'm just jumping in there because I wanted to challenge you. We have fun here. Duality is all about people bringing their own perspective and the same things, but we want to hear different perspectives. So it's great hearing this from a woman, female. What pronoun? Lady? See.
Well, pronouns, like she and her or whatever. I don't go by they and them or nothing like that. So I'm good with being a girl.
Are you a woman? Oh, you okay with girl?
Yeah, I'm actually okay with the word girl, but I know some people are offended. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with it. I'm a little less okay with the word female. more so than girl. But because when I think of a female, I think of an animal. I don't necessarily think of a human, which is a woman. Like, we don't call animals women. You know, we call them female. Like, I have a dog. Her name is Chelsea. She's a female dog. She's not a woman dog. You know what I mean? So for me personally, that's if I had to pick words, you know what I'm saying? I would say to stay away
but
from.
It makes sense like a
stay away from
right?
female for me.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I would say.
Don't be coming up here trying to drop bombs, making it look bad. Yo, I don't like that shit. Say no.
I look and I understand, like, there's layman's terms for everything, and a lot of times we're talking and thinking at the same time. So you know what I mean? Like, I'm not offended. Like, if somebody says, "Oh, a female," blah blah blah. Right. It is what it is. I understand what you mean. It's like the word God to me. You know what I mean? I may not particularly use God in my day-to-day conversations or whatever. I may say universe or source or whatever, but I understand, like, generally speaking, when you say God, people understand what you're talking about, like, all around the world. So I'm not going to take it personally. You know what I'm saying? Right. If somebody says something else. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's run down your personables like we usually do. I want you to give out your Facebook or your social media, Instagram. Tell us about it. Where they can find you at.
Awesome. I want to say something really quickly first. Yes. Shouts out to Westside High School. I used to be a high school English teacher there. I was there many years ago from 2006 to 2011. And I'm glad that you mentioned Principal Cook and what they're doing there, because it's such a jewel in the community. It's needed. I mean, y'all talked about public education as well, and being a classroom teacher and what that looks like. It's very different when you're in a building, and y'all talked about like men becoming teachers, and for many years there's been initiatives where they would give more money, even give some sort of incentive for men to become teachers, and then particularly normally like in a math and science arena. But most of the male teachers that I'm familiar with are either math against science or like history, and y'all mentioned that, and they definitely help bring an awareness to like those type of locations, like a West Side or Shabazz or what have you. So they're totally needed, even more so. And I think that it's just a typical thing that, women are normally looked at as teachers and educators, just like a nurse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that men are not nurses, but it's normally a feminine or female, right, profession. So I think that's a part of it. But I just wanted to say shouts out to Westside High School.
Rough Riders. Go Rough Riders.
Go Rough Riders all day.
That's where Drew was at.
Yeah,
I went to college with a lot. They had a program called Partnership for Progress in the early 90s. I'm real old.
It's okay.
I went there. and a lot of people went from West Side that I ended up meeting there. They used to go to Ramapo like it was a summer program. Yeah. I didn't know till I got there, but then that led to a lot of those kids enrolling at Ramapo. Yeah. So I went to school. Shout out West Side.
Yeah, we have some beautiful, beautiful people in the city of Newark and Essex County in Urban Town, USA. And we need public education. We need public schools. There's a whole conversation we can have about that, and I know that's not what it's for right now. So I just wanted to say that really quickly. So shouts out to Westside and shouts out to Newark Public Schools. But to find me, I also do a show called NJ Drive Top 5 where we rank or we vote for the top 5 videos each week from only New Jersey artists. As a DJ, I know how important it is to put Jersey artists on the map, or just artists, underground, independent artists in general. So I felt like we really needed that platform. So if you're interested in something like that, please follow us on Instagram at NJ Drive Top 5. It's all one word. For me personally, just to see what I'm up to, that's more Sienna, please. Sienna, again, like the Toyota Sienna, if that's helpful. And Facebook is my government. So Sienna Robinson. So yeah, Facebook. Cool. Most people have had that for long. Yeah. So that's literally you know me there.
You into TikTok and all that kind of stuff?
I have one. I got TikTok. I got Snapchat. I got all of those things, but I'm just not I don't
That's too
do it
many to
as
keep
much.
up with, right?
Like,
I just don't do it as
TikToking
much.
right now. Like that's the
Oh,
new
my
platform.
God.
Yeah, TikTok is the wave. I'm just like, I guess that part I'm a little old in that
Especially
respect.
music-wise, they breaking all the new music on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely.
My daughter's rapping. Shout out 863 Jazz.
Hey.
But she trying to do that, and well, we gotta get some things right with school first.
Look.
Yeah, she been putting me on TikTok with a lot of
Yeah,
new
shouts
stuff.
out to Cookie Kawai. She's an artist from Jersey, from Irvington, New Jersey, that has been doing exceptionally well in the Jersey club
Cookie Kawai?
arena. Yep,
Okay.
check her out, and she's really been put on through the TikTok game. Yeah, she's all over. She's been on Vogue now. I mean, she's really lit, and she's from Irvington. So
Wow.
please look her up, follow her. Yeah, she's super dope. So.
All right, that's what's up.
Okay, cool.
Well, I just want to thank you personally for coming.
Word.
It's kind of been a couple years in the making. People don't know that. Like, busy people that's doing things and moving. It's hard to lock them down and get them somewhere, but we finally got it. Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. This is great.
For
This is
me,
Oh, thank you.
For me, this was pretty fun just to sit back and just feel like, okay, she has her whole shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
glad you think that. I'm gonna go with what you're saying.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, listen, if you faked it good.
See?
You know what I mean?
We're good
I'm
at
with
that. No,
you know what I
joking.
mean? But I'm like, okay, she got points.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So, damn it.
I definitely
I waited
like
for
it.
this.
Yeah.
God damn it,
We've
finally.
been,
I'm glad.
and hopefully this not going to be the last.
No,
We
I
still-
would love to come back. I like what you guys talk about.
Whoa.
Oh, not that?
Yeah, this
He's
too.
like, no, come back.
But I'm
no, I
saying,
didn't want
like,
you to
we
come
got
back.
some other things planning outside, about to open back up,
I
it
know.
seems. So we want to stay in contact with you about some other ideas that's still there. And now being able to interview you and really interact, exchange energy,
Yeah.
I even feel stronger about you, the right person for some of this stuff.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm glad.
You know what I mean? Honestly.
Like, for me, she can say shit I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, and I'm just being honest. Like, I'm probably the more raw one, so yeah, I get in trouble. But you can say it in a way I can't. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's pull triggers.
Thank you. I'm glad for
real.
that.
Definitely stay in touch.
Yeah.
So, again, y'all give a round of applause to our special guest this week, Miss Sienna Robinson,
Absolutely.
a.k.a. DJ Sienna Chanel.
Yep, got
Okay, you do tricks and everything?
no.
Oh, I'm about to say she's about to
Look,
do
I
it.
was ready. Everybody that DJs, they all do
I
this.
know.
You DJ, they do that. That's the movement for a DJ.
Right, so you said jigga jigga.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Jigga,
funny. You know
jigga.
that Ice-T and that, what's that little car commercial with the car insurance, car shield? When they say Ice-T, all of a sudden you hear that. I'm like, he ain't made a song in how long?
Oh, they
Like,
throw
why y'all
scratching
put
in
that,
there.
You know, when you did that,
Yes.
I'm like, they do put that to a rapper for some reason.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm like, he ain't
Well, there's
made
a lot of
song.
rappers that are DJing now. You do know that, right? Like, they're not good, or they're not actual DJs, but they
made
do
the
it.
equipment so easy
It's
for
very
everybody to DJ.
exactly.
They not getting no money on tours no more. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's
so
a DJ.
everybody's a DJ.
Everybody. I even seen Talib Kweli.
Oh wow,
the
is
other
he
day.
now? I didn't
Yes,
know. I didn't know
he
him.
plays sets. You know who I actually like is I blew it.
Who?
Nah, let me tell you exactly who I like for real. Dion Cole, he has fun.
Oh, he's a
From,
DJ.
Yeah.
I never
oh,
heard him DJ. Really?
Ninth Wonder.
Yeah.
Big
Oh,
time
okay.
hip hop producer.
Well,
but
Ninth
he be
Wonder,
playing.
yeah, that
He is a producer, but
Yeah.
he DJ.
that's kind of like too easy. I mean, he just already got it. He probably been
Yeah.
DJing from years ago.
Like I'll
and just
watch
really
him
Did it.
when
Yeah.
he come on his IG. I'll sit 2 hours
Yeah.
listen to all the music. But Dion Cole, yeah, he play a
I
lot
gotta
of
check
disco.
him out.
he got
Really?
his
Real
headphones,
funny,
he be-
yeah.
Wow,
I mean, he be
that's
rocking.
exciting. I didn't know because he's a funny guy,
He's
and
all energy
yeah,
too.
I would love
He's
to.
all energy. He dancing and he just
Oh,
having
that's
a
what's
ball.
up.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I gotta check him out. I didn't know Dion Cole was DJing now. Okay,
Yeah,
learned
me too.
something.
I was like, I get it. Hey, you gotta get your money how you get it now.
Yeah, and I mean, and not to take away from it, but it is a craft it's so freeing. It's so much fun. You can sing at the top of your lungs and nobody can hear you. You can
Wow.
really like enjoy, you know what I'm saying, the music, and just to see other people enjoy the music just as much as you do is like, yeah, it's life changing. It
Now,
really
for
is.
me, I love to see a DJ have fun.
Yeah.
He been
Yeah.
trying to DJ on the low. Mm-hmm.
What's up? When you gonna?
Well, cause we was doing
When's
it
the
for
first
business
set?
wise now.
Uh-huh.
One of us need to DJ
Look.
so we can stop hiring DJs.
I
for
get
good
it.
vibes.
I get it.
Yeah,
what we was
yeah. We had a
I
plan.
get it.
You know what I
He
mean?
said we had a plan, right?
Yeah, we had a plan, but it requires patience.
Oh yeah.
I ain't blessed.
And practice.
Yeah, I ain't.
All right.
I can play around with it, but you know, all these 3 decks and 4 decks, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. All I want to do is grab the mic. I'm
That's
cut
all
up.
he
Yeah,
want to do.
yeah.
But
It's your boy, Mr. Social, the radio voice. Come on.
Yeah. See,
I
get
love
bored.
that.
I get
I love
bored
that.
easy. People that do these like get hired for 2 hours.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, I'm ready to go home.
Really?
Yeah, I get bored too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
Like
get
even
that.
doing events, I'll be like, all right.
You know, the only thing that's boring to me, and I know this is probably going to be bad for people, but I don't like the Zoom stuff. I don't like the virtual DJing. I haven't done much of it because I don't like it. I really like to connect with people. I
need
need
that
to.
energy,
I need
right?
to see the room. I need to see people. I'm like, okay, it's older people over there. It's kids there. It's like that. That helps me formulate. All right, I know where to go with this. And then if I see somebody jamming, it's like, okay, keep going. Like I need that. I
Right,
need
no
the
doubt.
energy totally.
Now, before we go,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you have a particular genre that you like to play more?
I mean, of course, hip hop. You know what I mean? That's like
okay.
that's my go-to, and that's hip hop for me is like way back all the way to like now. Like I love.
All
I love
hip-hop.
I love the
Right.
expansion of it. I love where it's going. I know a lot of older people don't, but
Nope.
it's gonna have, you know, again, expansion is gonna have to grow.
I'm
so
48 going on 49. I'm lit. I'm turned up.
See?
We up.
See?
All that. I love it.
You ready? See, you got it.
I'm turned down. 'Cause I'll be ready to go to bed. Yeah, I'm
You
telling
gotta stop.
Nah, he'll tell you. We have our events. He do all that running around and all that. I'm sitting in one little spot for the most part.
I'm Mr.
What's your-
Social, this Mr. Business.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
And you?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, okay. That makes
You hear me? Virgo.
So the guy you
Virgo,
seen
Domino,
today-
Afro,
Look,
Gigolo.
that's
Yep,
it. Yeah,
like
that's the
guy you
Virgo
seen
energy
today,
right
the
there.
next guy, you might be like, yo, he's different than the last time I seen him.
Yes.
Yeah, I shut him off. You know
Got
what I
it.
mean? Yeah,
Got it.
that's pretty much how it goes. You
I
know what I
get
mean?
it.
You know, it's like, okay, let me figure out. Wait, okay, she's good. You know what I mean? I'm like, she's real good.
That's what's up.
That's good.
But it's all good though.
We're going to wrap it up.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming again. This was great.
It was.
Beautiful energy. I love it. Make sure y'all catch us here every Sunday, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. We got great topics to discuss, a lot of perspectives, great interviews when we have guests. Y'all check us out. Duality, Mr. Social, man. I'm out.
I'm Mr. Business. Peace.
Peace. Trying to make sure he cut us off
I know, right?
before I start talking, which I did already anyway.
It's okay.
Nah, that was good, man. We want to get a pic before you leave.
Yeah, sure. It's all good. Trust me. I'm certain I will be doing that mad time.